We're going to get things started with the weather. Meteorologist Nicole Hartford on standby here to talk about what we're seeing. I don't know about you all, but I woke up this morning and I saw a bunch of smoke outside. It was really smoky, kind of smelled like a little bit of fire in the air. We're talking about a burn ban in effect today for 90 plus counties. We're monitoring that weather today as a mandatory burn ban now in effect across much of central Georgia as well as South Georgia. Wildfires continue to spread under severe drought conditions. It hasn't rained in quite some time. The Georgia Forestry Commission saying this is the first ban of its kind in the agency's history, with firefighters responding to a near record number of fires, nearly 22,000 acres burning in the past week alone. We've been talking about it a lot here on 11 Alive. And someone who knows a lot about it is meteorologist Nicole Hartford in the streaming studio for us. So, Nicole, I'm sure I'm not the only one that woke up to smoke. As we know, the wildfires burn, the wind moves, and we see some of these smoky conditions outside. You all have been talking about the fire dangers really for the last 2 weeks, it seems. What are you seeing right now?
Yeah, we've had elevated fire danger the last few weeks, and things are kind of coming to a head now, especially with fires into South Georgia and then into northern and kind of central Florida. So all the fire, the smoke that you're seeing across the area actually has to do with fires way down towards our south. And while you may notice a haze or smell it, it's also really had impacts to our air quality. Just in the last hour or two, our air quality has fallen down into the unhealthy range across metro Atlanta through most of North Georgia. We're ranging from moderate air quality to unhealthy for sensitive groups out towards Athens, and then unhealthy through the metro. We've got bad air quality really through much of the state, all because of these fires. Now, the majority of these are down into South Georgia as well as into portions of North Florida, and we've got southerly winds that are pulling in, kind of pushing in all of that wildfire smoke. So it will likely continue to be a problem, not just for the day today, but until the end of the week as our pattern starts to change. So expect to see kind of on and off smoke throughout today, tomorrow, even into Friday. Now, at times it will be worse than others. This is, of course, going to have the biggest impacts through the metro Atlanta and then down towards the south, where we are a little bit closer to those wildfires. We've got really dry conditions across all of North Georgia. We're in a pretty big deficit of rain for the year so far of over 6.5 inches, and it's showing in our fire danger, our drought monitor. We desperately need the rainfall. As Faith mentioned, we have burn bans in effect down into central as well as South Georgia. There are technically no burn bans in effect across our area, but I would really advise you against any type of burning throughout the next couple of days until we see that pattern shift and more measurable rainfall. Our fire danger is high, of course, because of that combination of dry ground, the lack of rain, and dry air, so low humidity. So any type of spark or flame that does begin spreads very quickly. So outdoor burning, while we don't have burn bans, is strongly discouraged, and anything that could cause a spark or a flame, whether that be disposing of cigarette butts, grilling, campfires, you just need to be extra cautious and maybe reconsider kind of how you're approaching those things. Other than the smoke, the haze across North Georgia, conditions are really clear. We've got high pressure in control of our weather pattern, so a lot of sunshine today other than that haze, and we'll keep conditions mostly clear for today with some added cloud cover as we go into this evening. It's already hot out there, and we're going to be pretty hot into this afternoon as highs get up into the low 80s. So a return to the 80s, which is where we're going to stay through the end of the week. Now, I was hinting at that pattern shift by this weekend. I'm tracking our next incoming cold front that's going to swing through, bringing the return of some rainfall by Saturday. Now, this is not going to bring widespread all the time rain for the weekend, but it will bring in the chance for a couple rounds of showers and storms that come through Saturday, Sunday, and into Monday. By the time we get to Monday, we may also introduce a low-end risk for severe weather, but at this point, it just looks like mainly beneficial, much-needed rainfall. In fact, our rain totals over the next 7 days could range from an inch up to 2 or 3 inches for some spots into far northwest Georgia. Again, this is much needed rainfall, and while this won't do a whole lot to immediately get rid of our current state of drought or erase our fire danger, it is going to help us out a lot, especially when it comes to the fire danger come Saturday and Sunday. We're keeping rain chances pretty low right now at only about 20 to 30%. So it's not going to be all rain all the time, but it is looking like a pattern shift that includes some much needed kind of beneficial rainfall over North Georgia this weekend and into next week. So if you're thinking your outdoor plans, you'll also want to keep an eye on the radar and have those umbrellas close by.
All right. I mean, a lot to get in, a lot to digest, but very important information. We do need the rain. It is coming.
Yes.
And in the meantime, we just have to be really careful because, like you said, I mean, this dry conditions is basically just fuel waiting to light up. That's what we're seeing.
Yeah, exactly.
Some controlled burns.
Yeah.
Some accidental, but a lot of fire.
Yeah.
Meteorologist Nicole Hartford, thank you so much for coming in and breaking it down for us. We
Yeah.
appreciate it.